Maybe I drank a bit too much. The sun is going down. We are losing light. I don't know how. I am trying to configure. I've just gotten into way better lighting over here, feeling this vibe better. Cheers. I have iced coffee. Wonderful. Putting the ice cubes in the coffee in this temperature is just a dream. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about how to experience an epiphany. This video is a general overview of the past couple of years for me. I'm going to explain about my business journey, my entrepreneurial journey, as well as my mindset journey. I can honestly say that over the past couple of years there have been a few different times which I have experienced an epiphany, as well as these really moments of truth and turning points. I'm going to give a general overview of what I have experienced. I want to share what has happened and where I am at today. Okay, so let's rewind. Where was I 2 years ago? 2 years ago, I was living in Siargao Island in the Philippines. At the time, I was working as a full-time yoga instructor at a resort. It was super beautiful. Every morning, I taught yoga in front of the ocean on the beach. Absolutely beautiful. I was working for somebody else. What I do love is that I was able to show up every day doing something that I truly loved, which was teaching yoga. What I was thinking at the time, I did want to be involved in some kind of business, except I just didn't know what. I think though the most beautiful thing was I was doing what I loved, and I was doing that in paradise. I can explain also my financial backstory. I was making a minimal income. There was no job security. The money that I was making was barely enough just to make ends meet. And I was at the time living a very simple island life. And to be honest, I definitely was living off my savings and living off my credit card. Just to note, this was pre-pandemic. My journey starts around about February, March of 2020. When I think about what I wanted to accomplish at the time, I knew that in the future, I wanted to have some kind of job or business that was going to allow me to travel. I've always loved to travel, and I wanted to continue to travel. I had just started surfing. I knew that I wanted to travel the world to all the best places to surf, as well as live a certain lifestyle. I am a vegan, I eat whole food, plant-based, and to afford those kinds of organic food and specialty foods from health food stores, I knew that I needed something that was going to support that kind of lifestyle. I also did dream about attending and also hosting my own yoga retreats. Also, I knew that when I was based somewhere, I wanted to live in a nice home and have nice things, some material things. Do I want fancy cars and designer handbags? No, but I definitely do like my collection of surfboards. Something that I also really did want to accomplish was definitely paying off my credit cards. I was in debt, and I knew that I needed to be able in the future to have some kind of way to really pay off my credit card and to keep making money so that I could afford the lifestyle that I desired. I also wanted to be in a position of influence. I've always been a yoga instructor for many, many years. And as a yoga instructor, I really was in this position to guide people into a flow state and to influence people to live a happier and healthier life through the practice of yoga and a healthy lifestyle. I wanted to be in this position of influence so that I could be seen and heard to really spread that message of health, because health is your wealth. Health is everything. Without your health, you have nothing. Let's talk about some of the external struggles that I was experiencing at the time. I really had no idea how I was going to create this dream lifestyle of travel and yoga retreats and surf trips and all the abundant things, the house, some of the material things. I really didn't have any idea of how I was going to create this. I had no idea how I was going to pay off my credit cards. I just really didn't have any options or ideas. I just wasn't in a sphere where where other people were figuring out how they were going to live their life. If we really break it down even further, I really had no community, I had no strategy, I had no skills, I had no money to invest, I had no supportive friends, I had no mentors or other kinds of tools. Really, I had no system or direction of like how I was going to achieve what I wanted to achieve. Let's drink another sip of coffee. Delicious. Then I really think about what was going on for me on the inside. I really think about the internal struggles that I was facing. I really think about the internal dialogue and the emotions that I was feeling at this time. Getting started, I was like, I'm not good enough to do this. I couldn't be able to achieve what I wanted to achieve. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not capable. I never went to university. What would I know about how to run a business, start a business? I have no business skills. I have no skills. When we think about like money, I was always like really stressing about money. Money made me very anxious. I had so many self-doubts. I had such a lack of confidence in myself. I always had this backstory. How could I ever make serious money? That's not my path to be. My capabilities in making a lot of money, that's not in my energy. That's not supposed to be my frequency. So I had that internal scarcity, really lack mentality running and driving me. If I be really honest, I had really had that for many, many years. Here are some of the turning points in the epiphany. I did discover an opportunity online, which has been life-changing. I found this opportunity just as COVID had started. A friend of mine was posting some stories on her Instagram. The epiphany and the turning moment for me, really just a pivotal time in my life, is that I found this high-ticket offer. I also found a group of entrepreneurs. I found a community, as well as I found mentors. I started to connect with other people around the world that really shared the same values and visions that I did. I also found an online platform, which is a holistic education academy. I found a marketing system that was for social media marketing skills and everything that I needed and need to learn about using social media. I needed this mindset shift. I just knew that my personal development and my own inner healing journey really needed to continue if I was going to create this lifestyle that I was envisioning, and really to become the woman that I really wanted to be and who I knew I also wanted to be as well. Once I did find the online opportunity, I was so excited and I just started. However, when I first tried to hit some of my goals and achieve some of the things that I was desiring to achieve, I definitely was finding some struggles. I really didn't have any strategy when it came to marketing, when it came to sales, when it came still to any specific business skills. I have always been a very good communicator. I'm very good with people and conversation. However, there were certain specific skills that I knew that I didn't have yet, and that also was causing me to have some resistance and some lack of confidence. I was definitely telling my friends and family about my opportunity. However, I didn't really have any strong leads. My lead generation skills also were definitely lacking. And also at the time, I was still not having the right authentic support and encouragement and inspiration and motivation from friends or mentors. What was my plan moving forward then? Realizing my shortcomings, I knew that some things had to change. And so when I first got started, when I realized that I was coming up against these initial problems, hitting some of the initial walls and experiencing some of the difficulties and adversities, I knew that instantly I had to up-level my skills, the skills of my mindset. I started to read books, motivational books. I started to listen to audiobooks, listening to anything on YouTube or podcasts. And this was also the same with the business skills, the marketing skills, the sales skills. I started to follow motivational speakers. I started also listening to all the trainings, the masterclasses, the webinars, anything that I could plug myself into when it came to my mindset, when it came to sales, business, marketing, social media, I was plugging in. These were really the actions that I started to take on the epiphany that I was experiencing. I started utilizing how I knew how to use social media, making Instagram stories, Facebook stories, writing up posts, writing the descriptions, the captions. I really started to share on my social media about the opportunity and what I was involved with, and also what I was learning, and really just documenting the process. To talk about generally over the last couple of years, I definitely had plugged into a few different online communities and different programs, and I joined different free Facebook groups. I also invested in a coaching program. These are some of the things that after I initially got started, I started to plug in, because I knew that with this journey of becoming a successful entrepreneur, with growing a business online, I really needed the skills and also the up level of my mindset to be the successful entrepreneur and businesswoman that I truly desired to be. And why did I want to do that? Because I was really, truly, and I still am, desiring to build and create this dream lifestyle, this freedom lifestyle. And freedom comes at a cost, right? I knew that I also had to really work hard at attaining the lifestyle that I dreamed of. And that's something not to be afraid of, to really work hard at creating this dream life. And it takes time. It does take time, energy, and commitment and hard work to really put towards creating this dream lifestyle. We can also talk about business things, business conflict. I was very active and very consistent on my social media in the ways that I knew how to show up. However, I was still getting no traffic coming to me. I was getting no engagement. We can also talk about procrastination. I surf every day and I get very tired in the afternoon, especially if the waves are big. Also, I was just procrastinating, finding so many other things to do in the day rather than just to sit down and focus on my business. Always getting distracted. Some of the conflicts I was experiencing was distractions. Getting distracted by eating too much and experiencing food comas. I was dating just a very small amount of time, so men, I was getting very distracted by men, and sometimes I was getting distracted by alcohol, but not really. Especially over the last 2 years, I really haven't been drinking alcohol. Let's talk about some of the end results and some of the outcomes that I have experienced along the way. As I have grown in my journey, and I see in my own business journey, and of course within myself, I am also so proud of the women and the entrepreneurs and very good friends of mine who have also grown in the community in our industry. These are friends of mine who live around the world. They're based in South Africa. They're based in the United States. There really are examples of everything that is possible. I'm so grateful to have these women, these entrepreneurs in my life. We constantly are encouraging one another and inspiring one another and supporting one another. And this is so key. After having some of the epiphanies that I was experiencing by joining a coaching program specifically, I really started to get more clear when it came to the strategy of business, of sales, of marketing. Once I learned how to implement some of the methods, I definitely had seen an influx of engagement and interest in the business. We're getting very dark here, and let's see if I can record this. One of the most beautiful things is the internal transformation that I experienced. The process of becoming the person who I am is an experience that I cannot compare to anything else. I've really come into my dharma when it comes to my business and this journey of my own inner healing and my own mindset up level. My internal transformation is really this new state of being, now starting to operate from a new paradigm, this new confidence within. It's these feelings of joy and happiness and flow. This knowing that I am very organized, very focused, and very disciplined. I feel empowered, I feel excited. There's this trust. There is this belief, this faith, this knowing. There is this aliveness. There is this drive. The woman that is going to attract all that I need to attract into my life, not just for business, but for my life. This feeling that I have now cultivated compares to nothing else. It's a sense, this embodied feeling of standing in my truth and showing up in my confidence and showing up in my authenticity, showing up unapologetically, fully expressed in my full potential of who I am today. That is powerful and that is beautiful. Here we are inside. The sun went down. After listening to everything that I have shared, I invite you to really have a think about and reflect on your life, your reality, yourself. I want you to ask yourself, what is it that truly matters to you? What is of real value to you? What is it that lights you up, that makes you feel passionate and excited every day? Start to get really clear on the life that you truly desire, the life that you are wildly dreaming up. Start to think about how you also would look and feel in the future when you have achieved your desired dream lifestyle. How do you want to feel every day? What are some of the things that you want to see and feel and hear and touch in your life every day? What income do you wish to earn? Who do you want to surround yourself with? Where do you want to be living? Think about your dream life. Think about your bigger vision. I encourage you to figure out what is the next best thing that you can do for yourself, which moves you forwards towards all these things and this life and the person that you're trying to become. What is the next best thing that you can do that will move you forwards towards achieving this? It can be a simple shift or a massive leap. It could be reading a book, or it could be as massive as quitting your 9 to 5 and starting your own online business. Or it could be simply starting a meditation practice or making a green smoothie. I invite you to start to shift that inner dialogue. Start to really consciously be aware of your thoughts and shift that into a positive outlook. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope that you have found some value in everything that I have shared, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Good night.